The compensation of victims of crime is a matter of concern throughout the world. The condition of the victims of crime is no better. More than 4 decades back, Krishna Iyer speaking, it is weakness of a jurisprudence that victims of crime and the distress of their dependents of the victim do not attract the attention of law. In India, the word victim is defined in section 2 class WA by the Code of Criminal Procedure Amendment Act 2008. The term victim means a person who has suffered any loss or injury caused by the reason of the act or omission for which the accused person has been charged, and the expression victim includes his or her guardian or legal heir. Moving on to the theories of victimology, there are 2 theories. Routine activities theory by Cohen and Felsen in the year 1979. This theory states about the crime occurs whenever 3 conditions come together: suitable targets, motivated offenders, absence of guardians. The second theory is psychosocial coping theory. According to Perlin and Schooler in 1978, coping refers to things that people do to avoid being harmed by life strains. Moving on to the constitutional aspects, Article 14 and 21 could be widely interpreted so as to include the rights of the victim of crime, including right to compensation. Article 39, which provides for policies to be followed by the state to secure economic justice. Article 40, which provides for equal justice, is inclusive of victims' rights of compensation. Article 41 shall make effective provisions for securing public assistance in the case of disablement. Apart from this article, 51A of the Constitution, it is the fundamental duty of every citizen of India to have compassion for living creatures and to develop humanism. Moving on to the international standards, right to compensation is recognized in UDHR, an international covenant on civil and political rights. In UN Declaration 1985 declares fair treatment of victims, consideration of their views in the criminal justice process, restitution and compensation. The provision of this instrument were further developed by 2 UN reports: Theo van Boven's 1993 report, Cherif Bassioni report. These reports include the basic principles for the treatment of prisoners, transitional organized crime. Moving on to the judicial perspective, I would like to state about 3 cases. In Bala Sahib Rangnath Kade versus the state of Maharashtra, in this case, the state decided the rule of law is to provide for a welfare state to prosper. The citizens in a welfare state are expected to have their basic human rights. In R. Gandhi versus Union of India, in this case, Supreme Court observed compensation must be given on the basis of the actual loss suffered. Moving on to the case Hari Krishnan versus Sukhbir Singh, highlighting the importance of Section 357 Class 3 of the CRPC, the power to award compensation is not ancillary to other sentences but it is addition thereto. Recommendations and committees. Regarding recommendation committees, the Law Commission of India 1996, the state should accept the principle of providing assistance to victims out of its own funds. There are 3 cases. In case of acquittals, where the offender is not traceable but the victim is identified, and also in cases where the offence is proved. In Justice Malimath Committee regarding reforms of criminal justice system framed in Government of India 2003, some of the recommendations as follows. The victim has the right to be represented by an advocate, and the same shall be provided at the cost of the state if the victim cannot afford a lawyer. The Victim Compensation Law will provide for the creation of Victim Compensation Fund to be administered possibly by the Legal Service Authority. Recent laws for the special categories of victims. The Protection of Women from Domestic Violence Act 2005, the Maintenance and Welfare of Parents and Senior Citizens Act 2007, Prevention of Child Abuse and Victim Protection, Prevention of Caste-Based Victimization and Protection for Victims. My suggestions regarding this: providing proper assistance to victims throughout the legal process, avoiding unnecessary delay in disposition of cases and the execution of the orders or decrees, granting awards to victims. Delay in payment of compensation to the victim should be avoided at all cost. My conclusion is, providing assistance to victims is of great significance because victims have suffered irreparable damages and harm as a result of crime. Various efforts are to made to improve the criminal justice system in India by the judiciary, but there is a lot to make conducive environment for victims. Measures including passing a dedicated law for victims' welfare, so sensitizing the state agencies to the needs of a victim would ensure victim welfare. Thank you.